Dragon are available. And Stimson was going in there. Would love to get a look, but it looks like he backs off now.
I mean, KT's looking for a second tower. They're out-rotating Jeanette pretty comfortably here as mid lane.
Okay, we do have the Abyssal Voyage and QSS popped as this comes in. Empty, though, in the wings with Predator. They know he's nearby. The flash on in. He's going to grab the Jarvan here. Not enough damage comes out, though. Mata's going to be the one in the front line, but First Blood goes over to death here. Featherstorm, so many low members on KT, but nobody's going down. Cullen coming out, trying to get the poke, but nobody dies on the side of KT. Grace diving underneath the turret, but still can't pick up a
But they can't actually force a turret from him. Here's the replay. chooses score. He's on the lowest health. He doesn't have access to pawn. If you notice what happens here, though, Mata does the hero play because they drop so much damage into the Rakan in the front line. Mata gets out as well. A 1-for-0, all things considered for KT. After they already got the turret lead, Rift Herald not put down yet. Advantage, KT Rolster.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Now they want to dive the top side. The Abyssal Voyage just doesn't get off. Actually, they're not able to get out of this one, and we are going to have the collapse here onto Teddy, who's getting extremely low. Does get eaten up here, but the entirety of KT's team wants to get both of them. They are going to pick them off in what looks like a port.
Early game, and eventually they will have that no frontliner problems. And this turning on So1.
Yeah, you were talking about lack of vision. Here comes Score. He wants it, but he fails the Flagon Dragon. Now we got 3-on-1 Score with no escape available, but Mata trying to be the hero once again. And now we are going to have the Nethergrass onto the top. Kenshin Smeb, he secures the kill onto the Varus. Make that a double kill.
As a 5, which they never want to do. They want the Lucian pressuring at all times. And Smeb, he's even threatening a turret dive.
Fails his jump, and he's going to get locked down, but doesn't really matter. Umti just disappears off the map as I'm saying that. So1 now, all alone. He uses his own dash, but gets caught up in the Cataclysm. Finally gets it back, and Wraith might be able to save his life here. Thankfully, oh, okay, never mind. Def says no to that, and down you go, Wraith as well. That's a double kill. A Featherstorm just in time to save his life, but eventually does go down as KT. They're diving into the base, maybe a little bit too far.
So hard to evaluate from the outside. We're going to see the replay. Not sure what Smeb was doing. He thought, okay, I'm going to disengage. Kind of misjudged his model size, and that looked a bit crazy, but the end result was a stun into the wall. Skarner taken down. And So1's team fighting. He does not want to be team fighting. He's a top lane Lucian, but this is what happens when you fall behind with an early game comp. It's why I'm usually not a fan of comps like this unless you are just supremely powerful in the early game. Give me Kingzone playing Jace every game, every other team in the world. Risky. And KT Rolster, relentless diving, a couple of kills back the way of Jin Air, but not consequential ones in my eyes.
It almost here at the Infernal Drake because Jin Air, or rather KT, not totally grouped up, but we have the TP coming in. The Infernal Drake will go over to Jin Air in the end of all things, but KT, they want to engage. They're going to get on top of So1 once again. It looks like the Cataclysm going to trade 2 in there, but Grace able to pop the Jarvan, and see you later, Rakan. That's going to be 3 kills. Double kill. Break out the Omega Lulls because the double kill here from Grace means our Zoe is going to get even more powerful. So1 trying to get away from Smeb. Looks like he's having a pretty hard time, but the Baron in the end of all things is going to go over to Jin Air.
Massive after the last couple of kills because the farming phase has been good. Watch the replay. Smeb flashes in to take down So1. Tahm Kench is there to disengage it, and consider that Grace for once gets free target acquisition. Already low was the Jarvan. The Rakan dived in to try to spare the blushes. He went down. Xayah from downtown.
Definitely they are. We are going to have another sleep up here onto that Jarvan, but they want the engage. They find So1 in the front, but Wraith is right there. But look out for Mata in the back line. He's going to get on top of Skarner, but they can't take him out. Rakan now getting low, and the grab here onto Smeb. He's going to go down. Now a trade 1-for-1.
280 carries, if they can push up, is going to be helpful. But yeah, the wave clear with no Baron buff, a lot less strong.
Yeah.
Smell putting up his Narbar on the side.
Oh, we got a Devour, but it's not going to be enough. We don't have 2 Tahm Kenches in this game, unfortunately for Jin Air. That's going to be 1 pick, and it looks like another one onto Wraith, meaning nobody's coming on in. This is going down way too fast. Zoe's spell's not going to be in range. And there you go. Forces the Devour early. So he may have an opportunity for Pawn to go in here, but look at the damage onto Grace. He goes way too far forward. Mata gets low, but it doesn't matter. They find the pick they needed. That's going to be one inhibitor. And
they have to give it up. Will be Elder eventually taken by KT Rolls to 3-buff Elder.
That's 200 or something like that when you've only got a the tome in your inventory, but that's going to be one turret going down fast. Look at that, the 4-man Cataclysm. Looks like every single flash in the game is blown by JVNA to get out of that one, but that's just like that. The extra damage your Voidlings do, and of course Death, everybody on full items and the Drakes.
Team to push in, like you say, flashes are down, so everyone walking up.
Death is getting in there, uses his Featherstorm and beats in JVNA. They take away Teddy off of the map. We are gonna have to grab on a score, but hey, he's still got his stopwatch 41 minutes into the game. Now we're gonna have to lock down onto Umti. That's gonna be the end of his life and the end of the rest of JVNA here. Nice little ultimate from Smep. They wanna get the entire kill, the ace, but they can't quite do it as Sohan does live in the end, but KT looking good to finally end game number 1 here at about 41 minutes into the game. The last Nexus turrets, they want to get that last kill onto Sohan, but they can't quite do it. Sohan kind of just laughing from the pool, but KT laughing as they take game 1.
KT's bottom lane has seemed to have the number of Teddy and Ray 3 games in a row. 2-0 in the first round robin through bot lane. The 1-0 here, all about Deft and Mata. Reading the script and saying, well, Skarner's going to jungle around top side. Let's overextend. It was like something out of solo queue. How far extended they were in the lane. Took the turret low. JVNA thought they could get advantages elsewhere. They couldn't. KT still did make a unlikely mistake where they got far too excited around the Drake, gave up Baron, delayed the game. I think that's what required there to be 2 further Barons for KT to close. Like the draft from KT, JVNA took some risks, it didn't work. Looking for some more balanced stuff from them in game 2, because in game 1, if you make the game narrow and then don't actually get wins around where you've drafted strength, this is the likely result.
The KT manager looking incredibly satisfied after that last game, although it was a bit of a smirk knowing that, hey, it's my boys on the KT team. They're always going to make things interesting. They're always going to play with their hearts in the game, even when they're so far ahead. So.